Videomaster Home TV game console. One of the first clones of the home Pong console. Here are 3 typical versions of this game: tennis, football, squash. Tennis is not surprising, as it is essentially the same as Pong. In football, there is already a restriction in the form of goals, and you don't have to defend the entire wall from the ball. Squash blocks the right side, so you need to make the opponent miss the ball when it rebounds from the left side. Super Flipper Arcade. Formerly, this is an analog of pinball. But here, there is no realistic simulation of typical buttons. Everything is replaced here with paddles, like in Pong. In essence, this game is a hybrid of Pong and pinball. Usually, an electronic version will be made later, making it quite a funny specimen. Street Burners Arcade. This is a racing game for 1 or 2 players. Here you will drive on a straight track and try to avoid much smaller cars that come your way. These cars will not only be smaller, but will also be in the form of rectangles. It's clear right away, they are not your equals. You control it with a typical steering wheel and pedals. It's also worth noting the very intense sound that increases with speed, probably to make you lose faster and insert another coin. Ping Pong Altair 8800. This is a version of Pong on the very first version of this early personal computer, when there was neither a monitor nor a keyboard, only flashing lights and toggle switches. It's also worth noting that this is a one-dimensional version of Pong, where you don't need to move the paddle but just press the button at the right time, not too early and not too late. Odyssey 200 console. And here is the response from the manufacturer of the first console. The response turned out to be one of the most solid among other imitators. There were quite a few possible settings here. For example, you could set the position of the central line and the speed of the ball. The console kept track of the game score, which was not available to all imitators. Control was done with 3 handles: vertical, horizontal, trajectory adjustment. You could play not only in pairs but also with 4 players. The console included 3 games: tennis, hockey, and smash, which was a fairly typical set for that year, and I talked about very similar variations in the first example from this video. All list top 50 games. Thanks for the likes, comments and reposts.